Hello and good morning, everybody. Welcome to Bill Gray Legion Stadium at Champion Car Wash Field, the site for today's matchup between your Roseburg Indians and the South Medford Panthers in a Southwest Conference baseball doubleheader. It's great to be with you, everybody, here on this Saturday morning. It's a beautiful day here in Roseburg, Oregon, as we get ready for today's contest. Roseburg coming in 4-2 on the season overall, 1-0 in Southwest Conference play, coming off of a 15-3 win over Willamette in their last game on Wednesday. Meanwhile, the South Medford Panthers come in at 4-3 overall in the season, 0-1 in conference play. They dropped a 6-3 loss against North Medford on Wednesday in their Southwest Conference opener. We are ready to get some baseball underway here this afternoon and looking forward to bringing you the action here on The Score. It's great to be with you, everybody. Joey Keyrad here for another day of broadcasting Roseburg High School baseball. Knight Uretsky will be back behind the microphone coming up next week. He is out on vacation this week. Hopefully he's having a great time and enjoying his time away from the office. But that means you got me for another two here, and I am excited to be back here, splitting time with Knight. This one just feels like I miss this one. I miss being out here at the baseball park, so I'm happy to be here today, and I hope you are as well. We appreciate everybody tuning in and joining us. If you are tuning in and listening to the game, you could be watching the game streaming live for free online at 541radio.com. You can also find us on our YouTube channel. It's 1490 The Score on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button, and you can watch Roseburg High School sports throughout the calendar year. And you can find it there. If you hit that subscribe button, they'll give you an indication, notification when we go live with another sports broadcast. So hopefully you'll hit that subscribe button and help us continue to grow. I put the call out last week on Wednesday asking to get a few people to help us out by subscribing to the channel and getting us up over 1,600 subscribers. Well, sure enough, you guys came through. We did get to that mark. That was pretty cool to see there. So thank you, everybody, for signing up and subscribing to our YouTube channel. We appreciate that. All right, we've got a lot to get to here during the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. That's Roseburg Disposal, and this is the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. When we come back, we're going to have a quick word with head coach Troy Thompson as we get ready for first pitch in today's doubleheader. Don't go anywhere. We've got more Roseburg baseball action coming up for you, and the first pitch right around the corner here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
When the first Cascade branch opened in 1948, things were a lot different here. The fact they're still here says a lot about the way they do business.
Staying in business for 75 years requires the cooperation of generations. It's the desire to learn and grow with your community.
My account number is only 5 digits long. What that tells me is that this is a local credit union.
Cascade Community Credit Union would like to thank you for 75 years of growth and support here in Douglas County.
Back here with more of our pregame on the Score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM, streaming with video online at 541radio.com. Well, we are getting ready for a league doubleheader here at Champion Car Wash Field. Beautiful day for some baseball, and joining us now here in the pregame show is head coach Troy Thompson. Coach, you guys save any hits out of those barrels after that game earlier this week at Willamette? Boy, that was quite the showing. I think a lot of good feelings from that. Do you feel like you guys maybe get the ball rolling as you get into conference play with a strong and kind of dominant performance on the road against Willamette?
Yeah, it was certainly a good performance on Wednesday, but the thing about it, those games like that, that game was on Wednesday, so we got to look forward to the games here on Saturday. So, yeah, it was nice to see our guys come out with some aggression at the plate and get on some good pitches and put good swings on them, and good things happened because of that. So, yeah, great result at the plate, and we got an outstanding performance on the mound by Jake through 5 innings there to keep kind of them at bay. A very good hitting lineup for Willamette as well. So, yeah, it was a good win on Wednesday, but once again, like I said, that was on Wednesday, and now we're going to come in here today with a Game 1 turning into Game 2 doubleheader with South Medford. Once again, league play is always a challenge, and we certainly are glad to be here today with some nice weather and get a chance to play twice here at home. Is always a good thing.
You know, it was a game where we got to see things kind of going right, but it was a game that had gotten postponed, and a short kind of turnaround between Wednesday and Saturday where you have that doubleheader. How much does that affect kind of anything for you guys? I know normally you'd have an extra day playing on a Tuesday before the Saturday doubleheader. Did that condense, I guess, maybe practices? Or I know Jake was the only guy that threw, so hopefully it didn't really affect the pitching rotation for you much at all.
Right. No, that didn't have much effect on who's gonna be on the mound today at any capacity or in any form today on the mound. So, yeah, obviously getting off your league schedule from that Tuesday to Saturday, move it to Wednesday. Yeah, it's one less day of practice and things like that. But we got through it and had 2 good days of practice, Thursday and Friday. And here this morning with the same arms we were going to have no matter when we played last week. So we'll get those guys on the mound, and hopefully they go out and compete well and give us a chance there defensively. So, yeah, we feel good about the past week that we've had with our practices and obviously our game up in Eugene there on Wednesday. So coming into today with the arms we have, we feel good about where we're at, and certainly we'd like to see our offense kind of pick up where it left off and stay aggressive and be aggressive on the bases and have a chance to put some runs up. And as you know, opportunistic hitting with runners on base with 2 outs and get that big hit, and then play good solid defense with good pitching behind it. We'd like to give ourselves a chance in doing those things, but that's the whole process. That's the whole game. You got to improve upon those things, and hopefully they continue to come through for you as we move forward through our league season here.
Hey, you guys played on Wednesday, so did the opponent today,
Yep.
South Medford. They had to get pushed in their game against North Medford. I know it's early, non-conference. You guys are always focused on yourself more than anything else, but what have you kind of taken a glance at kind of where the conference is sitting as we are getting into this first week, tail end of the first week of conference play? Have you kind of taken stock of kind of where other teams have been and what the other teams have accomplished?
To be honest, not really. We know our league is consistently tough year after year, year in, year out. You're going to see quality teams every time you play on a Tuesday or Saturday, and today will be no different. South Medford returns a number of players from last year that had a ton of innings for them, either on the mound or at the plate, and those names come back, and there's some quality players there. They had a good ball game on Wednesday against North Medford down there. They got pushed to Wednesday this week with the weather they had down there. So, like you said, they played on Wednesday as well, and I think they came out on the wrong end of that in the South Medford camp. I think it was 6-3, I believe, but a good ball game like it always is. North and South is always a good rival and a good game down there. So I'm sure they're coming in here feeling good about themselves, and they had a nice preseason. They won a number of games, it looks like, and played a good schedule. So, yeah, we don't expect anything but the best effort South Medford can show up here with today, and it'll take, like I said, our quality pitching and some good at-bats for our guys to give ourselves a chance in these ball games here today.
All right, Coach. Appreciate the time here in the pregame, and best of luck out there.
Thanks, Joy.
Head coach Troy Thompson joining us here in the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. We are getting ready to go, and here they come, the boys in blue. The umpires making their way out for the conversation at home plate to exchange lineup cards and go over the ground rules with the coaches. So we'll have that here momentarily, and then the teams will be taking the field. Roseburg will be in the home dugout down the third base side, wearing the white tops, white trousers today, black socks, black cap with the orange R on the front. And for the uniforms for Roseburg, got the black R outlined in orange on the front with the numbers on the front and the back in black. The home team will be taking the field first defensively. On the other side for South Medford today, they come in. They're going to wear gray pants with the black tops, the blue numbers on the back of the jersey outlined in white. Panthers across the chest on the front in blue script. They've got the black hats with the blue logo on the front of the cap there for South Medford. Get ready to go on this one. It's a beautiful day here at the ballpark. We'll take a look at the weather when we come back, as well as get you your starting lineups when we return. A 1-minute timeout and back after this. This has been the Roseburg Disposal pregame show here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
I'm confused by the huge market swings.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Getting ready for today's ball game here from Champion Car Wash Field. Sun is shining, and we are just about ready to get this one underway. Gotta love the weather, and we hit this one perfect. Sounds like rain expected back into the forecast coming up tomorrow here in the Umpqua Basin and in southern Oregon, but we'll take the sunshine right now, expecting to hit a high of 71 this afternoon, a little lower than I think what they were expecting, maybe a few gusts of wind from time to time throughout the day, but it looks like plenty of sunshine for us throughout the afternoon. You gotta love that. Right now, 63 degrees as we get ready for first pitch. As we do that, before we get to our starting lineups, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg Baseball here on The Score. Coaches have exchanged their lineup cards, and we're about ready to get this one underway. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the South Medford Panthers. 0-1 in conference play, looking to try and get their first Southwest Conference win. Head coach Josh Moody puts together a starting nine that has Tristan Malari leading things off. He is today's starting pitcher for the Panthers. Keegan Painter, the second baseman, will bat second, followed by shortstop Brad Love. Batting cleanup is first baseman Evan Roden. In left field is Jake Lewis, batting fifth. In center field, hitting sixth, Owen Levens. And batting seventh will be the third baseman, Grady McQuillan. At catcher, hitting eighth, Easton Douglas. And rounding out the starting nine will be Cooper Mitchell, the right fielder. No DH being utilized for the Panthers here in Game 1. That's a look at the starting lineup for the Panthers. Let's take a look at the starting defense for your Roseburg Indians. Behind the plate will be Cal Robbins, catching today for Roseburg. Danner Wirtz out at first base. Caden Austin at second. On the left side of the diamond, it's Jake Johnson at third and Paxton Burke at short. In the outfield from left to right, A.J. Black, Dane St. Clair, and Fletcher Coleman. That's your starting defense for the Indians, and they will look to support starting pitcher Riley Cheney, who will make his second start of the season. Cheney, a right-hander, a junior for this Roseburg team. He gets his second start of the season. Right now he's thrown 6 innings. He's got a 5.83 ERA, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 3 hit batters, and no wins, no losses on his record so far this season. So we'll get ready to go for Roseburg. Riley Cheney, this will be the first time that Cheney throws against South Medford. Last year, Roseburg threw Jake Johnson and Dane St. Clair. Jake had 2 starts against South Medford a year ago. Dane threw just 1 inning. Those are the only guys currently on the roster that are still with the team for Roseburg that pitched last year. Here we go. First pitch of the ball game comes in just outside, ball 1, and we are underway. Leading off the lefty, Tristan Malari. Riley Cheney's 1-0 pitch outside. Tristan Malari waits on the 2-0 pitch. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Malari, a senior. One of 2 guys on the roster this year that do have all-conference honors on their resume, but it's been 2 years. Breaking ball from Cheney. Stays high. That pitch didn't look too bad. A little elevated. Tristan Malari, a first-team All-League pitcher back in 2023 during his sophomore season. Last year, only 1 player as a ball lifted left side to the line and into foul territory. A.J. Black can't get there. That'll fall for strike 2, and it's a full count to the leadoff man. Last season, only 1 player earned all-conference honors for this South Medford club. That was Caleb Long. He graduated after being a second-team all-conference catcher. So no returning all-conference selections from last year, but Malari earned honors in 2023. So did Jake Lewis, who is starting in left field today for the Panthers. 3-2 pitch, ground ball, right side. It goes to Caden Austin. Makes the throw over to Danner Wirtz, and there's 1 away. Nice job by Cheney to battle his way back, falling behind in the at-bat. He's able to induce that ground ball to the right side. Malari pulling that one to second. And it brings up Keegan Painter, the second baseman. Painter stands in with 1 away and nobody on base. He takes a pitch high. Keegan Painter stepping in, will hit one up the middle, caught by the shortstop. Paxton Burke, a low line drive, snagged out of the air by Burke right up the middle, 2 away.
Next batter, the shortstop, number 12, Brad Love.
And that'll bring up now the shortstop, Brad Love. There's the numbers I'm looking for. Strike on the first pitch to Love. Trying to organize everything. Too many papers and things going on here in the booth. 0-1 count for Love. He'll take another one down the middle from Cheney. Starts out 0-2. I was going to tell you Keegan Painter was 2 for 8 against Roseburg last year with a walk and a strikeout. I can tell you that Brad Love was 0 for 9 against Roseburg a year ago. He takes low. Has a 1-2 count. Brad Love, a junior. The 1-2 outside. I remember Brad Love, I remember his freshman year, if I got my history correct, he got pulled up from the JV because they had an injury at the varsity level, and he quickly got brought up to the varsity level and started to get to see some action. So he's been at this varsity level since his freshman year, just a junior. His 2-2 pitch, got him on the inside corner. Froze him with the breaking ball. Down looking goes Brad Love. First strikeout in the game for Cheney. He gets a 1-2-3, top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We are through one inning of play, or half inning of play. We go to the bottom of the first. We'll take a look at your starting lineup for Roseburg when we return on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor. Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Bottom of the first in a scoreless ball game. Roseburg coming up to bat. Head coach Troy Thompson, 23rd season leading the Indians. We'll put together a starting nine that has Paxton Burke leading off at shortstop. Center fielder Dane St. Clair will bat second, followed by Cal Robbins, the catcher, hitting third. Jake Johnson batting cleanup, starting at third base in this one. At DH, Luke Robbins batting fifth. He'll hit for starting pitcher Riley Cheney. A.J. Black, the left fielder, bats sixth, followed by Danner Wirtz batting seventh, starting at first base. In right field, hitting eighth is Fletcher Coleman, and Caden Austin is your second baseman, batting ninth. Looking around the diamond defensively for the Panthers, Easton Douglas behind the plate, Evan Roden out at first, Keegan Painter at second. On the left side of the diamond, it's Grady McQuillan at third and Brad Love at short. And in the outfield from left to right, Jake Lewis, Owen Levins, and Cooper Mitchell. They will look to support their starting pitcher, and that is Tristan Malari, the left-hander. Wheels and fires in. A ball lifted right side. Foul territory will get out of play. And that'll be strike one for Paxton Burke as he gets things underway in the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless ball game. Tristan Malari making his third start of the season. He's thrown 10 innings this year. He's got a 2.80 ERA. 1-1 win-loss record. Breaking ball, lifted right side. It's going to get down. Base knock for Paxton Burke. Takes a turn as Cooper Mitchell comes in to grab that ball. And Paxton Burke on with a leadoff single here in the first inning. One on, nobody out for Roseburg. That'll bring up Dane St. Clair, the center fielder. Malari on the season, 12 strikeouts, 4 walks in his 2 starts so far this year. Lefty-lefty matchup, ball chopped foul, first base side for St. Clair. Dane St. Clair, 0-1 pitch coming from Malari. Malari last year he started one game against Roseburg, threw 6 innings against the Tribe. Catches the outside corner, an 0-2 count. In those 6 innings, he allowed 5 hits, but no runs. 6 walks, 7 strikeouts, and 1 hit batter did not factor into the decision in that game. Roseburg did win all 3 against this South Medford club last year. There's a pitch over. Checking on Burke, he's in safely. In fact, Roseburg has kind of dominated this series. It was kind of eye-opening to me. I did not realize that Roseburg has been so dominant against South Medford this season. Burke over at first, he is making it look as if he is itching to go. And on the mound, the lefty, Tristan Malari, staring right at him, but he delivers a pitch outside. South Medford is just 3-12 against Roseburg since 2019. That was the last year that South Medford won a season series against Roseburg. Pickoff throw to first. Back in goes Burke. So I did not realize, actually 2018 was the last time that Roseburg lost a season series against South Medford. Just, I guess, I've been doing it long enough. It's a runner going, the pitch behind the head of the hitter. St. Clair ducks out of the way as taking second base goes Paxton Burke. 2-2 count for Dane St. Clair, and now a man in scoring position. Been doing this long enough. I've seen a lot of South Medford and Roseburg games, and I guess just overall in my mind, it felt like it's been a fairly competitive series all the time, but Roseburg's had the edge here as of late. Right now, a 2-2 pitch to St. Clair. Swing and a miss, and the edge this time goes to Tristan Malari. He gets his first strikeout of the game. One away with a man at second base. Cal Robbins will bat, the catcher. He has been hitting very well this year for Roseburg. Recently named the News Review Athlete of the Week. You can find that in the Friday edition of the News Review, or head to nrtoday.com to read that little excerpt on Cal Robbins. Cal comes in, sophomore, batting .550 on the year. It's got 4 RBI. It's got a chance to add to that total right now. Malari takes a look to second where Paxton Burke is at. This ball lifted right side. It's going to head out to the right fielder. Catch made, tagging and heading for third. Here goes Burke, throws off the line, and he slides in safely. Cal Robbins' first pitch he sees from Tristan Malari. First time he has faced Malari while with Roseburg. And he flies out to right field, 2 away, but it does put Paxton Burke 90 feet from home. So now a lot of ways to try and bring home that go-ahead run here in the first inning. Roseburg so far 1 hit here in the first. Man at third with 2 down. Jake Johnson takes high. Well, Jake Johnson is coming off of a big day on Wednesday. He was the winning pitcher in that game against Willamette, where Roseburg won 15-3. Jake threw 5 innings in that one, but at the plate, he was lights out as well. He went 4 for 4. He is not going to do that here today as he chops one to first base, and making the play, Evan Roden will race to the bag in time to get Jake Johnson. Jake was 4 for 4 with 3 RBI. He had a double and a home run there at Willamette. Doesn't manage to do the same here in the bottom of the first against South Medford. For Roseburg, no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors for South Medford. 1 runner left on base. We remain scoreless as we head to the top of the second here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
I've always handled my own finances, but I need help.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Top of the second inning, still scoreless. The 4-5-6 hitters due up for South Medford, and Riley Cheney will fire in a first pitch, swing and a miss to Evan Roden. Riley Cheney is facing the South Medford team for the first time. There's a strike in, 0-2 count, so this is the first time all these hitters have seen him. Evan Roden last year against Roseburg, 2 for 7 with a couple of RBI. The 0-2 pitch, fouled away. Roseburg baseball here on the Score this season, brought to you by our friends at Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. Roden with an 0-2 count. Check swing, went around, tag applied by Robbins, and that is another strikeout for Riley Cheney. His second. He's got back-to-back Ks. One away here in the second. Brings up Jake Lewis. Lewis last year did not bat against Roseburg, but he pitched an inning in a third. Check swing, did he go around? Yep, the appeal down to first says he did indeed. Strike one to Lewis. Jake Lewis on the season, batting .381. Takes outside, a 1-1 count. .381 and 21 at-bats. He's played in every game for South Medford. 1-1 pitch. He takes for a strike. Lewis was the starting pitcher in the loss against North Medford. Actually pitched all 6 innings. Didn't have to pitch the 6th. North Medford, the home team, they had the lead. Didn't have to pitch that bottom of the 7th. Pitch outside for Cheney, 2-2. 6-3, that ended a little bit of a winning streak for South Medford. And he'll hit a one-hopper to short. A nice high hop for Burke. Next, an easy toss across the diamond to Wirtz. 2 away. South Medford had been 4-2 through non-league games. So they'd been doing pretty well, but this what I thought was interesting. This is the first game all season, or actually the game against North Medford was the first game all season for South Medford against a 6A classification team. Strike one on the first pitch to Owen Levins. Every school that South Medford played leading into league play was a 5A school. Now, it's not a huge dip in competition, but I thought that was interesting. There's another chopper towards short, trying to play it on the short hop, get back to the baseball, can't make the play. That was a tough one there for Burke. He had the right idea of charging in to get to the baseball, but he got caught on the in-between hop, tried to shorthand it. Kicked off the heel of the glove. He was trying to get back to the baseball as fast as he could, but just couldn't collect it in time to make a throw to first base. So on safety will be Levins. That'll go down. That'll go down as a single there for Levins. Just outside, a 1-0 count. It's both teams with a base knock in this one. A first base runner on for South Medford. 1 ball, no strikes to Owen Levins. Grady McQuillan batting. Takes outside, 2-0 count. It's first time today that Cheney pitches with a man on, and he immediately falls behind 2-0. He had been rolling and had been doing well. That was just an unfortunate spot there on that ground ball chopper off this springy turf here at Champion Car Wash Field. Misses outside to McQuillan. It goes 3-0. Grady McQuillan, a 125 batter this season. So this is a guy right now you want to try to attack with a man on at first. You do not want to keep this half inning going here for Riley Cheney. Want to find the zone. There was a conversation at first base with the coach and the first base runner. That's Owen Levins out there. 3-0 delivery here for Cheney. Pickoff throw to first. Tag in there is late by Wirtz. Danner Wirtz is a freshman. He is holding on Owen Levins, who is a senior, and man, is there a difference in size. 3-0 pitch for a strike. Time to time it up was McQuillan. So now McQuillan with a 3-1 count, 2 away, and a runner on at first. Trying to get another ground ball, see if his defense can help him out here for Cheney. And he'll miss just a bit high for ball 4, first walk. So 2 runners on for the first time for South Medford. Still a scoreless ball game. And up to bat will be the catcher, Easton Douglas. Douglas batting 150 on the season. He's played in all 7 games leading into today. He's got 3 RBIs, got a chance to add to that total, left-handed batter. And he takes the first pitch for a strike. Easton Douglas, a junior. Riley Cheney, the right-hander, versus the lefty. Sets and fires. Catches the top of the zone for strike 2. The 0-2 count with 2 down and runners at first and second. Cheney trying to get through this second inning. He retired the first 5 straight. Gave up a lucky infield single and then walked a guy. Ground ball right side. It gets into right field, and this might put South Medford in front. Fletcher Coleman's throw in is cut off, and it's 1-0 South Medford. So the Panthers strike first. Easton Douglas sneaks one through the right side. Coming in to score from second, Owen Levens. Grady McQuillan goes first to third. Got him on the corners. Still 2 down. And so now Cheney will face the 9-hitter Cooper Mitchell. Check swing on a breaking ball, misses outside. The appeal is down to first. He did not go. Cooper Mitchell, 3 for 10 with 2 runs scored and a double last season against Roseburg in 3 games. He takes outside again. The count goes to 2-0. Cheney kind of worked himself into a bit of a jam here with that walk against Grady McQuillan. And these 8-9 hitters now making him pay for it a bit. That ball belted towards the parking lot by Mitchell, the 9-hitter. I guess the 7 and 8 hitters. It's definitely been a tough go-round first time through here against the bottom third of the lineup for Cheney. Needs just one more out. Breaking ball called for a strike. 1-0 lead. South Medford in front here in the top of the second from Champion Car Wash Field. Visiting Medford fans here. Good showing for them. They got excited on that ground ball RBI single by Easton Douglas. Pickoff throw his direction. Got away from Wirtz, and that's going to bring home another run. So an error for Roseburg brings home another run for Medford. It is 2-0. South in front. Roseburg are going to have to get the bats going like they did on Wednesday against Willamette. Ground ball chopper off the plate, and Jake Johnson's going to let it go foul. Right idea there for Jake. He was going to have a tough play to make at first. So he lets it go foul. And Riley Cheney will have another look at things here against Cooper Mitchell. Top of the order waits on deck. 6 hitters to the plate for Medford here in the top of the second. Runner at first has to tie his shoe. 2-2 count with 2 away. Cheney will settle in. Just off the outside corner with his fastball. Full count with 2 down. Easton Douglas at first will be heading to second base on the pitch home. Strike three hits the inside corner, and that will finish things off here in the top of the second. Mitchell goes down looking. Third strikeout for Riley Cheney in this one. But unfortunately, he does give up a couple of runs. 2 runs come in on 2 hits. There was 1 Roseburg error and 1 runner left on base. Panthers lead it 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the second inning here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I'm confused by the huge market swings.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
I've always handled my own finances, but I need help.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Game 1 of a doubleheader here from Champion Car Wash Field. South Medford pulls ahead 2-0 in the top of the second inning. Roseburg will have Luke Robbins, A.J. Black, and Danner Wirtz scheduled to bat here in the bottom of the second. Today's game brought to you by Dr. Lanson Randall Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Visit drrandall.com or call them at 541-378-6694. Luke Robbins. Luke was 1 for 3 with an RBI on Wednesday against Willamette. That 15-3 victory for Roseburg. 21 hits in that game. First pitch from Malari. The lefty bounces in front of home to start out the at-bat. 15 runs against Willamette. That's the second 10-run or more game for Roseburg this season. Ball fouled off by Robbins. 1-1 count. Roseburg scored exactly 10 against McMinnville and their doubleheader last week on Tuesday against the Grizzlies during spring break. The 15 runs were the most that Roseburg scored since they went back-to-back last year during spring break against Elmira and Springfield with 16 runs each as the ball fouled back to the netting. A 1-2 count for Robbins. So it was just last year, Roseburg put up 16 runs in back-to-back games against Elmira and Springfield. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Down on strikes goes Robbins. 1 away. Second strikeout in the game for Malari. 1 out, nobody on. A.J. Black, the left fielder. A.J. Black. Trying to get Roseburg a base runner here in the second inning. Takes low. Roseburg got 1 man on in the first, left him stranded at third. The 15 runs against Willamette, that was the most runs in a league game for Roseburg as a ball fouled back. Most runs in a Southwest Conference game since Roseburg put up 18 against South Eugene back in 2023. So, all around, it was a very big day at the plate for Roseburg on Wednesday. Inside, 2 balls and a strike now for A.J. Black. A.J. comes in batting .294 on the season, playing in his 7th game of the season. That means he's been involved in all of them. The 2-1 pitch takes outside. Malari trying to nibble at the plate, hasn't been able to get much for the strike zone yet in this at-bat. A.J. Black trying to find a way on his 3-1 count. Swings and foul, tips one into the glove. Everybody in the lineup got a hit in that game against Willamette on Wednesday. Roseburg's trying to duplicate that. Would like to see the bats warming up here as the ball fouled off. A.J. stays alive. A.J. Black, the sophomore, right-handed batter, faces the lefty on the mound. He fouls off another one, hits the facade and over towards the visiting dugout on the first base side. Dugouts, I know we don't have them on the screen for you watching on the video stream, but dugouts have gotten another upgrade. They've had a facelift a few years ago. They've been really good, but they got a new upgrade down there. Swing and a miss, strike three, back-to-back strikeouts for Malari. Brings up Danner Wirtz. First baseman will bat with 2 outs and nobody on. They installed this week a fence railing out in front of the dugout, kind of out on the turf, as Wirtz swings through for strike one. So guys can now stand out of the in-ground dugout, stand up on the field level on a fence line there, and watch the game there. It kind of expands the dugouts, gives you more room to be able to have players hanging out in the dugout. Makes the biggest impact for the college team, UCC, when they've got games here at home because their rosters are much larger. Strike on the inside corner to Wirtz on the 1-1 from Malari, and Danner Wirtz behind 1-2. Wirtz was 3 for 3 in the game against Willamette. He's batting .625 in his freshman campaign. Swings after a pitch upstairs, and Malari strikes out the side. So after South Medford grabs the lead in the top of the second, Malari comes out and shuts down Roseburg here in the bottom of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. It's 2-0. South Medford in front as we go to the top of the third here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Top of the third inning, 2-0 lead, South Medford in front of Roseburg. Riley Cheney will face the top of the order. Tristan Malari bats for a second time, and he takes outside for ball one. Welcome you back here to Champion Car Wash Field. Today's game brought to you by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? Ground ball right side, fielded by Danner Wirtz, and the steps on the bag for the first out here in the third inning. Malari now 0 for 2 in the ball game, but he is pitching a pretty good one so far. Looking to get some more run support from his team with 1 out. Keegan Painter will stand in. First pitch hits the low outside corner for a strike for Riley Cheney. Combining names here. He hits the inside corner, and he's ahead 0-2 against Painter, who lined out to shortstop his first time up. Cheney's only allowed the 2 hits so far, but a walk and an error were a little costly in the second inning. Ball lifted right side, playable it looks like for Coleman as he angles towards the line, runs underneath that one, makes the catch. There's 2 down. And brings up Brad Love. The shortstop bats with 2 away and nobody on. Second time that's happened to him here in the game. Last time when Love stepped in, there were 2 outs, nobody on base, back in the first inning, and he struck out looking. He takes the first pitch for a strike. On the season, Love batting .357. The strikeout was just his second of the season. The 0-1 pitch taken for strike 2. (0-2) count. Cheney delivers outside. One ball, 2 strikes with 2 down and nobody on. Couldn't get the hitter to chase. And another one just missing the outside corner. Another breaking ball that tried to get Love to go after it. The 2-2 pitch, fouled off. So it stays a 2-2 count. And a swing and a miss on the final pitch of the at-bat. Down on strikes goes Brad Love. Second time he has struck out in the ball game, and that is the 4th strikeout for Riley Cheney. And it wraps things up here in the 3rd for the Panthers. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. It's 2-0. South Medford in front. Can't add to their lead in the top of the 3rd. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Roseburg needs to get some offense going here in this 7-inning contest. Game 1 of a doubleheader here on 541radio.com and on the Score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, it'll be the 8-9 hitters coming up for Roseburg. Fletcher Coleman, Caden Austin, and then Paxton Burke for the Tribe. They trail 2-0 against the lefty Tristan Malari on the mound. Malari will miss high on the first pitch to the lefty Fletcher Coleman. Well, I appreciate everybody for all the kind words that are jumping on and joining us for the broadcast here today. Happy that we can be broadcasting to folks being able to watch all over the place. There's a strike on the outside corner. Coleman a 1-1 count. Eastern Oregon, Southern California. Happy to have everybody tuning in and joining us for the broadcast. Low outside, 2 balls and a strike. It's always fun to hear that everybody's tuning in from different areas of the world. 2 balls and a strike, and taken high and away. Coleman has a 3-1 count. Today's game brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyaway Travel. Make sure you have an agent in your corner. Call 541-672-5701 if you're looking to travel to the far reaches of the world. Opposite field, go down the line at the third base. Got pulled off the bag, but able to keep his foot on the bag as he stretched out there. Evan Roden makes the put out on the throw by Grady McQuillan. That'll retire Fletcher Coleman, 1 away. Coleman puts a barrel on the ball, but can't sneak it past at third. One out, nobody on. 9-hitter Caden Austin swings through the first pitch. Roseburg softball hosting South Medford over at Roseburg High. It's another swing and a miss by Austin. He's behind 0-2. It's a tight one over there, 1-0 score. They're in the bottom of the fourth in that game. Roseburg softball leading at the moment. 0-2 pitch, misses upstairs for Caden Austin. Roseburg softball, a great start to their season. Going 7-0 to start before they suffered their first loss in a doubleheader against Gresham earlier this week. Strike three taken by Austin. He finds himself a strikeout victim, 5th of the game for Malari, 2 away. And here comes the top of the order, Paxton Burke. He's the only guy with a hit so far for the Indians. Malari has been looking sharp out there. Misses outside against Burke. Malari, one complete game on his tally for this season. He's got the 1-0 pitch. Hits the inside corner against Burke, the switch hitter batting right-handed. So nice to see Roseburg softball in front as they continue to try and establish themselves as a dominant team in 6A this year. Low and outside, 2-1 count, which is impressive in the fact that they've been dealing with a number of injuries as well. Lost a couple of starters due to injuries this year, and so been able to manage and maneuver through that to be able to still be playing really well. Slapping it right side on the 2-1 pitch. It's fouled. Goes by first base coach Tim Sester, standing in the coach's box out there. Roseburg coach Troy Thompson down the third base side. Coach Steve Patterson in the dugout. 2-1. Popped him up. Battling the sun left side. Brad Love shielding his face from the sun. Stays underneath it, makes the catch, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for Roseburg at the plate. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We are through 3 innings of play, and we head to the top of the 4th inning here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor.
They reflect a style as unique as you are. They make first impressions. They provide space, add lasting beauty, and security. Quality is a reflection of who you are. That's why all your fencing projects begin here.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
We head to the top of the 4th inning. Roseburg trailing South Medford 2-0 here from Champion Car Wash Field in Roseburg. Today's ballgame brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area.
Top of the 4th inning, first batter, number 10, Evan Roden.
Top of the 4th inning, leading off, Evan Roden will bat. Off-speed pitch misses outside. Roden lays off. He struck out in the 2nd inning. That 2nd inning right now, the difference in this ball game, 2 runs coming in for South Medford, that frame. As a strike across to 1-1 count. 2nd inning started with a strikeout for Roden and a ground out for Lewis. There was 2 outs and then a rally, single, walk, single, and 2 runs would score. An error in there as well helped another run score. Check swing outside, couldn't hold up on the breaking ball. Nasty movement there by Cheney on that pitch, and Roden couldn't hold up. He's got 2 strikes against him. A ball, 2 strikes. Cheney out of the windup. Fastball gets a ground ball to third. Jake Johnson with time. And the throw across the diamond, no problem. 1 out, Jake Lewis will bat. Nice easy roller over there to third base for Johnson. Jake Lewis, a ground out to short his first time up. Takes a breaking ball, curveball in for a strike. It was Owen Levens, the center fielder, who's on deck. It's a line drive, snagged out of the air at shortstop by Paxton Burke. Burke just enough to get to that ball. Makes the catch for the second out.
Next batter, number 3, Owen Levens.
I was going to say that Burke made a nice job on the first at bat against Jake Lewis as a ball lifted left field. Underneath it goes A.J. Black, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Roseburg defensively. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base for South Medford. Some good defense there. That was the main issue in that second inning when South Medford took the lead, was one play that just got away from them. Tough play to be made, but it just got away, and that allowed the inning to continue and for South Medford to build a 2-0 lead. But here in the fourth, no problem for Roseburg. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. The Indians needing some runs, trailing 2-0 on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Roseburg just one hit so far against Tristan Malari, trying to get something going as they trail 2-0. Today's game sponsored by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Leading off is Dane St. Clair, followed by Cal Robbins and Jake Johnson here in the fourth inning. Second time up against Tristan Malari. Dane will take a strike on the outside corner. Dane struck out swinging his first time up. The senior, lefty, slaps that one foul back behind home. Dane St. Clair hitting .250 on the year right now. He's got a double, 2 RBI. 5 strikeouts now, 3 walks for him. I imagine there's a lot of guys on the roster, I imagine, that are looking to continue playing baseball once they are done at Roseburg High, and Dane, I think, is one of those kind of guys. As he takes low and outside. Saw a lot of growth out of him during the summer last year with the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. Definitely looking to build off of last year's all-league season. Strike 3, though. He watches a breaking ball, got frozen. Bit of a knee buckler there. And down looking this time for St. Clair. He's got back-to-back strikeouts against Malari, who now has 6 punch-outs in the ballgame. 1 down. It brings up Cal Robbins. Cal, first time up, flew out to right field on the first pitch he saw. He takes high and away this time. Cal trying to get something started. Cal was 3 for 4 on Wednesday, scored 3 times, had 2 RBI. Also had a double out there. He leads the team in extra base hits. So he takes a strike. I just said that without double checking, but it sure does feel like if he doesn't, I'm surprised somebody else does. Cal has 2 doubles and 4 triples on the season, 6 extra base hits total. He takes high and away, a 2-1 count. It does not appear anybody else has more than 3 extra base hits. That'd be Jake Johnson, who waits on deck. Low pitch, inside corner, 3-1 count for Cal Robbins, the sophomore, playing behind the plate here today. He was at third base on Wednesday in the start against Willamette. Hits one right side. That's going to find the alley, and he's going to add another extra base hit. Rounding first, Cal heading for second. The ball goes all the way to the wall. Cal making the turn. He's looking to try and get a triple. He's heading in, slides head first, and he's in. A 1-out triple for Cal Robbins. Opposite field, found the alley, and he's in safely. Cal Robbins all the way around to third. Big kid. I wouldn't call him the most fleetest of foot. I don't think he's slow necessarily, but he's a lumbering guy around the bases, and he nailed that one all the way to the wall in right center. Long way to go for Cooper Mitchell. Long throw back in. And there is the 5th triple of the season for Cal Robbins, though. He's not like just a speedster that's just legging these out. He really has been hitting them. So Cal gets all the way to third. We did get a courtesy runner for the catcher. That is Zeb Johnson that'll come in to run. Jake Johnson at the plate. Takes inside. Behind the dish, Easton Douglas scooping that ball up. Pass ball could likely bring in a run for Roseburg, so got to be careful there. 1-0 pitch for Malari. Misses high. Jake Johnson with an RBI opportunity here. Jake comes in with tied for the team lead in RBIs with 8. He's tied with Paxton Burke. The leadoff man has the most RBIs for Roseburg this season. 2-0 pitch. Jake pops up, not very deep, foul territory. Heading towards the dugout, first baseman Evan Roden there for the catch, and that's unfortunate. 2 away. It'll be Luke Robbins to try and see if he can bring home a run. If that fly ball gets to the outfield, you got a chance to maybe bring in a runner from third, but Jake couldn't bring him in. Brings up Luke Robbins. He struck out in the second. First time facing Malari. Tristan Malari trying to pitch around a 1-out triple. There's a hard hit shot, goes off the glove for the second baseman, knocked down by Painter. He's got plenty of time to make the throw to first. A hard hit ball by Luke Robbins, but he can't sneak it through. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Roseburg leaves a man stranded at third for a second time in the ball game. Still 2-0, South Medford in front as we head to the top of the 5th here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Copy.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
I'm confused by the huge market swings.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Top of the 5th inning, first batter, number 11, Grady McQuinn.
First pitch swinging, a ball belted to left field, and that ball is gone to lead things off here in the 4th inning. A solo home run for Grady McQuillan clears the left field fence. First high school home run I've seen hit here in this ballpark this season. A round tripper for Grady McQuillan off of Riley Cheney, and it is now a 3-0 ball game. Oh, welcome me back there. Boy, that was quick. Grady McQuillan gets on base and scores for a second time. Cheney will miss high and away, ball 1 against Easton Douglas, who had the RBI single that started the scoring in the 2nd inning for South Medford. Inside, 2-0 count. Quillen got around on that pitch, hit it probably 330, 335, something like that, down that left field side. Pitch low and inside, 3-0 count for Easton Douglas, left-handed batter. Ball got out in a hurry, too. A.J. Black went running, and you kind of knew quickly that ball was going to be over his head, and it kept carrying. 4-pitch walk. Easton Douglas on base for a second time. This bottom of the lineup has been treacherous for Riley Cheney. Against the top 5 hitters in the lineup, they are a combined 0 for 10. Nobody's gotten on base, but the bottom 4 in the lineup, 3 hits, 2 walks, 3 runs scored as they visit out to the mound for pitching coach Steve Patterson. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 for 5 in the bottom of the lineup. 3 for 5 with 2 singles, a home run, 2 RBI, 3 runs scored, and 2 walks. Top of the lineup, 0 for 10 with 3 strikeouts. So it's been the bottom of the lineup doing all the damage here in game 1. A 3-0 lead for the Panthers. Top of the 5th inning. Nobody out. First pitch swinging away. Cooper Mitchell fouls it off for strike 1. Today's contest, sponsored by our friends at Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. Showing a bunt. Pulls the barrel back and takes a breaking ball for strike 2. Mitchell down 0-2 in the at-bat here against Cheney. Just 3 hits allowed, but there's been a couple of big ones in there. Soft hit ball, first base side, bobbled by Wirtz. He can't make the play to first in time, and there's been a couple of those. Balls just kind of hit on the infield that didn't have much behind them, but just enough to get the runner on base. Go down, though, as an error at first base for Danner Wirtz. And you've got runners at first and second. Brings up top of the order, Tristan Malari bats for a 3rd time. Nobody out. He'll hit one right side and gets it into right field. Fletcher Coleman to it. He'll throw it in. That ball gets cut off. A run scores, and there's 2 runs in here in the 5th inning for South Medford. RBI single for Tristan Malari. Coming in to score, Easton Douglas. Around first to third goes Cooper Mitchell. Runners on the corners. It's 4-0 South Medford. Still nobody out here. Easton Painter will bat, or Keegan Painter, excuse me. There was some activity in the bullpen for Roseburg during their last at-bats. They're sticking with Cheney here at the moment. His breaking ball outside. 1-0 count. Keegan Painter 0 for 2. Line out to short and a fly out to right. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Cal quickly up looking to throw to first. No throw down that direction. Tristan Malari's base hit. First hit out of the top half of the order for South Medford. Panthers came in batting .305 on the season. And there's another base hit. And another run comes in to score. Base knock for Keegan Painter. Malari makes his way to second. Coming in to score, Cooper Mitchell. 3 runs in here in the 5th inning. And here comes Coach Patterson out to the mound. And that's going to do it for Riley Cheney. So Riley Cheney will give up 5 runs before he exits the game. Although there are 2 runners on base that would go to his total if they were to come around to score. Brad Love will be the next man up to face the new pitcher. Roseburg making a pitching change, and it's going to be Dane St. Clair to take over on the mound. That'll adjust some things in the outfield. We'll get you all squared away when we come back. 1-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor. Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Riley Cheney exits the game, and it'll be the lefty Dane St. Clair to take over on the mound for the Roseburg Indians, who now trail in this one 5-0. Taking over in center field will be A.J. Black. He moves over from left field to center field, and Riley Cheney will go to left field. Wasn't a bad outing by Cheney. A couple of errors definitely were not helpful. Didn't give up a lot of hard-hit balls until here in the 5th inning, going his 3rd time through the lineup. South Medford started to get to him. And he has not gotten really any sort of offensive help in this one as of yet. So he exits the game with a 5-0 deficit. First pitch, a strike. Called against Brad Love, who was 0 for 2 in the game with a couple of strikeouts. Dane St. Clair threw 1 inning against South Medford last year. Misses high and away. A 1-1 count. 1 inning, he allowed 1 hit, no runs in that relief appearance. This season, Dane has had 1 start. He's making his 3rd appearance. He's thrown 6 innings total. He's got a 5.83 ERA. Dane's got no wins, 1 loss, 1 save. He gets a strike on the outside corner against Brad Love. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th inning. 3 runs already in. Runners at first and second. A 1-2 pitch for St. Clair. That ball is poked foul. Stays a 1-2 count here after the foul ball there for Love. St. Clair looking for an out. Just misses outside. And they're going to ask for the appeal down to first base on whether or not the hitter went around, and the ruling is no, he did not. 2-2. Ground ball to try and turn two with would be something here for the Tribe. 2-2 pitch. And there is a swing and a miss. Slowed things down and got Love twisted up. I wasn't sure if he made some contact on that or not. He does not. There is the first out here in the 5th inning. Third strikeout of the game for Love. It brings up Evan Roden, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. St. Clair trying to get Roseburg through the 5th inning and see if the bats can get going. He gets a swing and a miss on the first pitch to the cleanup hitter, Roden. South Medford not showing any sort of, like they're necessarily missing him. I'm sure they are, but it's not showing up in today's game. It is Jetty Robertson. Pitch low and outside, 1-1. Robertson, broken bone in his hand. He's got a cast on it. It sounds like he's going to be out for some time, possibly the rest of the season. He was batting .375 on the year, led the team with 11 RBIs. He is not available today, but so far the offense been producing without him. Pitch low and inside, 2-1 count against Evan Roden. Roden comes in batting .667 on the season coming into today's action. He's got a 2-1 pitch, off speed. Dane slows that down big time. And the hitter's eyes, I'm sure, were as big as saucers, thinking he had a great pitch to swing on, and he was way out in front of it. Evan Roden, 2-2 pitch. Line drive to left field. That's a long run out there for Cheney, and he'll have to backhand it. 1 run scores. The throw in will be cut off on a double by Evan Roden that scores another. Coming in from second, Malari comes around to score. First to third for Painter. Double for Evan Roden makes it 6-0, South Medford. Runners at second and third, still just 1 out. And Roseburg has got their work cut out for him. Bring up Jake Lewis. 0 for 2 in the game. Couple of balls hit to short. The infield will play in with just 1 out and runners in scoring position. Strike on the first pitch for St. Clair. Lewis with just 2 RBI on the year. Takes outside, a 1-1 count. Well, it has been all South Medford here to start out today. Dane St. Clair trying to stop the bleeding here in the 5th. Swing and a miss. 1-2 count for Lewis. 4 runs in here in the 5th inning, making it 6-0 right now. Panthers in front. Dane St. Clair with a 1-2 count. Just low. Try to get a moment here to pause for a station identification as we've hit the 1 o'clock hour. 2-2 pitch coming up for Dane St. Clair. The lefty sets, facing the righty Lewis. Ground ball, comebacker to the mound. You got a runner off it. You got 2 runners at third base. Wirtz running towards third. He's going to run at the runner between second and third. Runner breaks for home. Tag applied by Jake Johnson before the runner will get to the plate. Evan Roden runs off things at third base, and that will finish things off here And so that will end things. Jake Lewis grounds out to the pitcher for the second out, and then the tag applied by Jake Johnson on Evan Roden for the final out. 8 hitters come to the plate, though, and 4 runs will come in to score. 4 runs on 4 hits, 1 Roseburg error, and 1 runner left on base for South Medford. Bottom of the 5th, it's 6-0. Panthers up big here on Roseburg on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
I've always handled my own finances, but I need help.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Bottom of the 5th inning, it is 6-0. South Medford in front of Roseburg. First pitch misses outside, ball 1 to the leadoff man, A.J. Black, to start things here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. On the mound, Tristan Malari still throwing for the Panthers. He'll miss low and outside. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg Baseball on the Score. Swing and a miss out of AJ. 2 balls and 1 strike for Malari, who has allowed just 2 hits in this one so far. Inside pitch. It misses for a 3-1 count, brushing AJ back off the plate. 3-1 delivery for the lefty. Foul tip into the glove for strike 2. A.J. Black, a strikeout victim in the 2nd inning. His second at-bat against Malari. Sends this one right side. It's going to hang up. Cooper Mitchell trots to his left and is underneath it. It's 1 away. And it'll bring up the 7-hitter Danner Wirtz.
Next batter, number 20, Danner Wirtz.
Danner Wirtz also a strikeout victim his first time up. Takes off the outside edge for ball 1. Roseburg Baseball this season, our coverage is sponsored by McClendon Smokehouse, a family-owned meat shop and smokehouse. Ball fouled back, 1-1. They offer a wide selection of meats, plus fresh produce, baked goods, and a general grocery selection. Stop by on West Harvard Avenue. 1-1 pitch for Wirtz. Fouled back. One ball, 2 strikes. Malari winds and fires and misses high. Well, South Medford in a good spot here. Roseburg, bottom of the 5th. They are down to their final 8 outs to work with. And they have left a man stranded at third twice in this one. But other than that, they have not been able to do much. The 3-2 pitch is high for ball 4. Danner Wirtz will draw a walk. And Roseburg has a man on to try and get something going here. First walk allowed by Malari. He's given up a single and a triple, but other than that, this is the only other time he's put a man on base. Brings up the 8-hitter Fletcher Coleman with 1 out and 1 on. Fletcher Coleman grounded out to third his first time. He takes high for ball 1. Fletcher, his 5th game played this year. Batting .273 coming into today. And he actually has 4 RBI on the year. All of his hits have been singles as we get a visit out to the mound for South Medford. Today's game is sponsored by Gibbs RV Superstore. You got to get to Gibbs, where RV means real value. And by Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson and Company, member SIPC. The 1-0 delivery for Malari. Check swing, dribbler towards third. They will get the runner at second. They'll just get 1. Lead runner Danner Wirtz out. 2 away. Heads up play there for the infield. Third baseman Grady McQuillan making a good throw to second base for that put out. Caden Austin struck out looking his first time. He takes high. Fielder's choice for Fletcher Coleman. He's on at first base. The 1-0 delivery. Swung on and missed. Well, a talented lefty on the mound has Roseburg quieted here today after putting up 15 runs in their last outing. They have not done much offensively here today. Strike on the outside corner. Talking with Coach Thompson in the pregame, said that, yeah, don't expect 15 runs and 21 hits every game. Obviously, they know it's a talented league. You're going to see some good arms, and you're not going to have days like that at the plate every time. 2-2 count is a pitch high to the 9-hitter Caden Austin. On deck is Paxton Burke, who had a leadoff single. Almost felt like things started out on the right foot for Roseburg, but they have not been able to keep it going. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed by Austin. He goes down he goes down as a strikeout victim for a second time. 7 strikeouts in the game for Tristan Malari. No runs, no hits, no errors. And you had 1 runner left on base. We will go to the 6th inning. Roseburg trailing 6-0, needing a comeback here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I'm confused by the huge market swings.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
I've always handled my own finances, but I need help.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Go to the top now, inning number 6. The first batter is number 3, Owen Levin.
Top of the 6th inning, 6-0 South Medford in front here on the score. Dane St. Clair out for another inning of work, misses outside on his first offering. against Owen Levens, who will face St. Clair for the first time and is ahead 2-0 in the at-bat. Today's ball game brought to you by Bowers Industrial, proud supporter of our community sports and our local community as a whole. That's Bowers Industrial. Pitch fouled off. 2 balls and a strike. Owen Levens is 1 for 2 in this game. Takes low, a 3-1 count. Levens had the first hit in the game for South Medford back in the second inning. Bounding ball up the middle. He flies one towards center field, where A.J. Black is now playing defensively after the pitching change. He makes the catch in center field, 1 away. Grady McQuillan, he is 1 for 1 in the game, had a solo homer over the left field fence in the 5th inning. Also scored after reaching on a walk in the 2nd. Takes just outside for ball 1. McQuillan's home run, the first of the season for the Panthers. He takes low, 2-0 count. Jake Johnson had a home run against Willamette on Wednesday. That was the first home run for Roseburg, so both teams with 1 on the season. McQuillan gets around on a slow inside pitch and fouls that into the parking lot. McQuillan batting 7th in the order, showing off some pop on that bat. The 2-1 pitch from St. Clair. Misses low. Yeah, McQuillan came in batting 125 on the year. Had just 2 hits on the season. Pokes one in the air, out of play, right side. And Dane will get back into the at-bat, a full count. Hmm. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball up the middle, bounding ball to Burke. He will make the throw over to Danner Wirtz. 2 down. Two away, nobody on base. It'll be Easton Douglas to bat.
Next batter is number 6, Easton Douglas.
Douglas drew a walk, also had the RBI single in the 2nd, scoring the first run of the game for the Panthers. Check swing, dribbler, third base side, goes foul. Lefty-lefty matchup, and Douglas couldn't keep the bat out of the way of that one. Jake Johnson came charging in. If he could have gotten to that one in fair territory, would have been a routine easy out. Strike on the inside corner, and Dane ahead in this at-bat, 0-2. Roseburg's going to have the top of their order coming up in the 6th inning, trailing by 6, needing to mount a rally and start cutting into this one. Ball fouled away, staying alive. Douglas fights off that 0-2 pitch. Sun shining down here. We were in the lower 60s when we got things started. The 0-2 pitch hit him on the elbow guard. And so down to first base. Easton Douglas will get on base for a 3rd time. First hit batter on the day for either pitcher or either pitching staff. So 2 outs, and now the 9-hitter Cooper Mitchell, who was 0 for 2 in the game, reached on an error his last time up.
Next batter is number 7, Cooper Mitchell.
We'll see if they try to do anything with Douglas at first with 2 outs. Swing and a miss for strike 1 to Mitchell. It is Douglas running at first. Ball fouled back for strike 2. No, excuse me. They bring in a courtesy runner. That is Ryan Tucker. running there. 0-2 count. Ball fouled away, fighting it off. Ryan Tucker. I was going to see if I had any information about stolen bases for you, but it does not look like I do. 0-2 count for Cooper Mitchell. Ground ball, fought it off right side. Bounding ball to Caden Austin, who makes a quick transition in the throw over to first base for the final out. Had to avoid the runner, had to make a quick transition, and Caden Austin makes it look easy. No runs, no hits, no errors. One man left on base for South Medford. Well, Roseburg keeps it a 6-run lead for the Panthers, but they got to get their bats going. We'll find out more when we come back here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The first batter at the top of the order for Roseburg, number 7, Paxton Burt.
Top of the order, 1, 2, 3 hitters coming up for Roseburg, trailing 6-0 here on the score. Paxton Burke, 1 for 2 in the contest, will face Malari for a third time. The lefty sends the first pitch in, and it is laced into left field. Paxton Burke's slow start to the season in the first couple of games, and he has been on fire since then. 2 hits in the ball game for the Roseburg shortstop. And he will get on base for a second time. Just 3 hits in the contest for Roseburg. 1 on, nobody out. And Roseburg looking to try and mount a rally here. Dane St. Clair, lefty-lefty matchup, takes a strike on the outside corner. Today's game brought to you by Quality Fence. Doing it right for you. Give them a call at 541-664-2281 or visit qualityfenceco.com. Low pitch, 1-1 count for Dane St. Clair. Paxton Burke came into today batting .409, and he is going to keep the good times going with 2 hits here in this contest. He would like to have a run scored. That pitch gets away from Douglas behind the plate. Burke will move up to second base. 2-1 count for St. Clair. Wild pitch puts a man into scoring position for the Tribe. Dane St. Clair trying to get his first hit of the day. He has struck out twice against Malari. Malari delivers. Dane reaching for it, fouls off the pitch. Tristan Malari into his 6th inning of work. He has been very sharp here today. Looking to win his 2nd game of the season. Dane tried to call time and will get a swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Tough day here in game 1 for Dane St. Clair. Strikeout number 8 on the day for Malari. Malari has owned that matchup. Cal Robbins, a triple his last time up. Trying to get a base knock here, his second of the game, and see if he can bring home a run. Takes outside. Cal came into today with 11 hits, so he's got 12 hits. 5 of them are triples. Wow. 1-0 pitch. No, look back to second. So he's got 12 hits, 7 of them are extra base hits. So more than half of his hits are for extra bases. That's impressive. Good start to the year for the sophomore. He swings through a breaking ball. Wanted every bit of that, did not get any piece of it. And he finds himself with a 1-1 count. Six to nothing our score. We're in the bottom of the 6th. South Medford in front. Pitch low and inside. Scooped up by Douglas, holding Paxton Burke out at second base. Burke got on with a leadoff single. A wild pitch moved him to second. Malari's going to take a moment here as he faces Cal Robbins. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch. High and away. Well, South Medford will have the top of their order coming up in the 7th inning as they look for some more insurance, some more padding to their lead, already up 6-0. Three-1 delivery to Robbins. Hits the outside corner with a breaking ball. Full count pitch. Roseburg trying to get as many runners on base as they can here in the 6th. Cal pops that one foul, staying alive. Malari steps off, will reset. Roseburg softball hosting South Medford today. Doubleheader going on for them. Try to check on that here soon. 3-2 pitch. Cal chops that one high. Chopper towards third. Look the runner back. Long throw. Not in time. On safely for Robbins. Beats out an infield single. That ball just took forever to come down for Grady McQuillan at third. And Cal will get on to first. We'll get a courtesy runner for him. That's going to be Zeb Johnson once again.
Number 17, Jake Johnson.
That ball just took forever to come down after the high hop. Baltimore chop there at the plate for Cal. Second hit here in the inning. 2 runners on with 1 away. Jake Johnson looking for his first hit of the day. Malari will miss high and away. Six to nothing our score. 2 runs in the second inning for South Medford and 4 runs in the top of the 5th. Malari, ground ball up the middle. They play it perfect. Going to get a double play out of this. Yes, that'll finish off the frame. Up the middle to Keegan Painter. The second baseman steps on the bag and throws to first. A double play ends the scoring threat for Roseburg. And the Indians just cannot come up with the clutch hit they need. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We head to the 7th. South Medford in control, leading 6-0 here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Go to the top of the seventh inning. The first batter.
Seventh inning here. Dane St. Clair trying to keep this game as it is, a 6-run deficit. A cue ball down to the third base side. Had to make a late adjustment and a throw across the diamond for the out by Jake Johnson, one away. Tristan Malari at the plate. Swinging, that ball hit the turf, and it looks like it must have had some sort of spin. Jake seemed like he was in a good spot, but had to make a late adjustment, diving to his left to get to the ball, and came up and made a good throw across to Wirtz for one out. Brings up Keegan Painter, who is 1 for 3 in the game. He had an RBI single, last batter to face the starter, Riley Cheney. Pitch outside, a 1-0 count. Today's contest sponsored by Southern Septic Service. From residential to commercial, Southern Septic Service has your behind covered when it comes to septic tank pumping and inspections, portable toilet rentals, and grease trap cleaning. Southern Septic Service is woman and veteran owned and a proud supporter of our local sports teams. 1-1 count for Keegan Painter. He'll ground one left side, backhanded deep in the hole, and unable to make the throw across the diamond for Berg. 7th hit in the game for the Panthers. And second time on base for Keegan.
Next batter, number 12, Brad
that will bring up Brad Love, who is 0 for 3 in this game with 3 strikeouts. First pitch misses outside. Love has struck out swinging twice and struck out looking once. Swings away and misses on the pitch by Dane St. Clair. Brad Love was the first batter to face St. Clair out of the bullpen. Dane got that strikeout to begin things there in the 5th inning. A 1-1 pitch outside and low. South Medford leading it 6-0 here. Got college baseball coming up here this afternoon and just getting underway. The Oregon State Beavers in Corvallis trying to make up for a bad loss yesterday. 2-1 pitch fought off on the infield. Catch made by Caden Austin. 2 down. Brad Love will have himself an 0 for 4 day. Beavers yesterday losing 12-0 against UC Irvine. I think I read that UC Irvine ranked number 12, Oregon State ranked number 11. So pickoff throw to first. Will they get it to second in time? Nope. High throw down to second base by Wirtz. After a pickoff throw to first base by St. Clair with the runner taking off. Keegan Painter gets himself into scoring position. So man at scoring position for the cleanup hitter, Evan Roden. Check swing, fouls it back to the netting. Beavers baseball just getting underway. We'll try to keep you updated on scores there since we don't have the game on the radio for you here today. 0-1 count. Roden with an RBI double his last time up. Takes a strike on the outside corner. And he falls down 0-2. There's 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Roseburg will have their final at-bats with Luke Robbins, A.J. Black, and Danner Wirtz due up, needing a huge 7th inning. Time called by the batter. (0-2) count. St. Clair delivers high and away. Sun is shining. Got a full slate of Southwest Conference action going on today. Grants pass at South Eugene. The ball down the line. That's going to add some insurance. Into the corner for Roden. He's going to have his second double of the game. Drives in another one. Down the line into the corner. Scoring from second is Painter. And Evan Roden makes it 7-0. South Medford in front. That is the 8th hit in the ball game for the Panthers. Jake Lewis try to keep things going here for South Medford. He swings and fouls back the first pitch for strike 1. Lewis is 0 for 3. We are looking at 68 degrees here in Roseburg right now. Ball slap foul. Look out. We'll have game 2 of our doubleheader coming up about 20-30 minutes after the conclusion of game 1. A couple of long innings have stretched this one out. We were moving pretty good at times. The 0-2 pitch fouled away. One run in here in the top of the 7th, making it 7-0. So Grants passes at South Eugene for their doubleheader. Sheldon at Willamette for a doubleheader. We'll try to get some updates on those games for you throughout the day. 0-2 pitch by Dane. Gets the swing and a miss to finish things off in the top of the 7th inning. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Roseburg trailing in this one 7-0. We'll see if they've got the comeback in them here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor.
They reflect a style as unique as you are. They make first impressions. They provide space, add lasting beauty, and security. Quality is a reflection of who you are. That's why all your fencing projects begin here.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
7-0 our score. Heading to the bottom of the 7th. Roseburg will have Luke Robbins, A.J. Black, and Danner Wirtz due up to try and get the rally started. They're going to have a long way to go in this one. Today's game is brought to you by Roseburg Country Club. Stop by for the open house golf membership drive on May 4th from 5 to 8 p.m. Sign up for a membership that day and get 25% off. Luke Robbins 0 for 2 in the ball game. will face Malari for a third time. Takes high and away, ball 1. Roseburg needs 7 to force it into extras, or 8 to walk off with a win. Big ask here. Ball fouled back, especially on a day when they have managed just 4 hits so far. 1-1 pitch. Number 15 U of O winning 15-2 against Michigan yesterday in 7 innings. As a check swing, stays fair, back to the mound. Malari fields and flips it to Roden at first. 1 away. Roseburg down to their final 2 outs. U of O will get their day started at 2:05 this afternoon from Eugene at PK Park. Beavers are at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. Oregon State has lost 3 out of their last 4. The Beavers in a bit of a mid-season slump. Pitched low and inside, a 1-0 count. A.J. Black, 0 for 2 in the ball game. He sends one foul out of play over the right side. One pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. If Malari can finish this off for the win here, it would be the first win for South Medford against Roseburg since the 2023 season. Outside on the 1-2 pitch. Two balls, 2 strikes. Outside by Malari. Count goes full. Last year for South Medford went 10-17 overall. They were 6-12 in the Southwest Conference. Tied for last place. 3-2 pitch. Hard hit. Backing up, one hop, throw to first. Long throw by Love. Gets it there in time. Brad Love, a drop step, takes that on a 1 hop and across the diamond for the second out. And Roseburg now is really up against it.
Next batter, number 20, Danner Wirtz.
That'll bring up Danner Wirtz. He is 0 for 1 in the game. A walk his last time up. Big first baseman takes a pitch down the middle for a strike. The 0-1 pitch from Malari, fouled back. And Roseburg down to their final strike here in the first inning. Or excuse me, first game, I should say. The 0-2 count. Low and inside for Wirtz. Malari has looked real sharp throughout this one, trying to polish it off, and he is closing in, but hasn't gotten there yet. A foul ball by Wirtz keeps him alive. Tristan Malari winds and fires the 1-2, off speed, strike 3, got him looking. And a big way to finish this thing off here for South Medford in game 1. Final score 7-0, a complete game shutout for Tristan Malari. He finished out the game with his 9th strikeout on the day. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base for Roseburg in the bottom of the 7th. Game 1 in the books, 7-0. Big win there for South Medford. We will take a quick break and come back with a quick post-game show for you here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Do I have enough money put away to retire?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at QualityFenceCo.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Game one in the books here from Champion Car Wash Field, where South Medford will take the first game of the season series. And the Panthers improved to 5-3 on the year, and they're now 1-1 in league play. Roseburg will go to 4-3 on the season, and they are also 1-1 in league play. 7 runs, 8 hits, no errors, and 4 runners left on base for the Panthers. No runs, 4 hits, 2 errors, and 4 men left on base for Roseburg. Tristan Malari will get the win. He improves to 2-1 on the season. He throws 7 innings, allows no runs on 4 hits, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts. Riley Cheney will take the loss. He pitched 4 innings. He gave up 6 runs on 5 hits, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Dane St. Clair pitched 3 innings of relief. Doesn't make his way into the scorebook in the decision. 3 innings, allowed 1 run on 3 hits, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. This one was all South Medford throughout this ball game. They get 2 runs in the top of the second inning. Those 2 runs coming in on a RBI single by Easton Douglas with 2 outs, and then a errant pickoff throw to first base allows another run to come in. Made it 2-0 at that point in time. It was 4 more runs in the 5th inning, all of them against Riley Cheney. A solo homer to lead off that frame by Grady McQuillan. A walk, an error, put 2 more runners on. A run scores on a single by Tristan Malari. Another run scores on a single by Keegan Painter. And then a 3rd run driven in that inning, make it a 4th run. Driven in that inning on a double by Evan Roden into the left field corner. 1 of 2 doubles he had on the day. Another run comes in the 7th inning. And that would be on the 2nd double by Evan Roden. He finished with 2 RBI on his 2-for-4 day in this one. Roseburg blanked all the way through. They left a runner in scoring position in 3 different innings. The first inning, Paxton Burke got on and got into scoring position, but Roseburg couldn't bring him around to score. In the 4th inning, a triple by Cal Robbins with 1 out, but he was left standing there. And then in the 6th inning, it was a leadoff single by Paxton Burke. A wild pitch put him in the scoring position, and that is where he would get stuck. So Roseburg didn't have the timely hit they needed here in Game 1. We'll see if they can bounce back for a bigger performance in Game 2. Taking a look at some of the offensive numbers in this one, Malari was 1 for 4 with an RBI single and a run scored. Keegan Painter goes 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run. Evan Roden was 2 for 4 with a pair of doubles and 2 RBI. Jake Lewis, he was 0 for 4. Brad Love was 0 for 4 as well. Owen Levins was 1 for 3 with an infield single and a run scored. Grady McQuillan goes 1 for 2 with a walk, a home run, and 1 RBI, 2 runs scored. Easton Douglas goes 1 for 1 with an RBI single in the second. A run scored. He walked and was hit by a pitch in this game. Cooper Mitchell was 0 for 3, reached on an error and scored a run. For Roseburg, Paxton Burke goes 2 for 3. Let's see here. Cal Robbins was 2 for 3. And that is all 4 hits in this ball game. A walk for Danner Wirtz was the only other way that a guy got on base here in this one. Not the best day after 21 hits against Willamette on Wednesday. Roseburg only 4 here, and it was a bit of an offensive struggle for the Indians in this one. They dropped to 1-1 in league play. South Medford improves to 1-1 in league play. We'll have Game 2 coming up for us here in just a little while, so stay tuned for that. If you are watching with us online at 541radio.com, we're going to end this broadcast, and we will have a second game coming up for you here in just a few moments. As we get the second broadcast started, I'm going to have a look around what's going on with the Roseburg Athletic Department. We've got games going on today. We've got some track and field happening, and so we will take a look at some of the things that are going on with Roseburg Athletics here at this point in the spring season. So stay tuned. We'll have a run through all of that coming up when we come back here on The Score. And we'll get you ready for Game 2. And first pitch coming up in probably about 25 minutes from now. Before we wrap things up here in Game 1, let's go ahead and pause for a station identification real quick here as we get things going here. We'll take a quick break, but first, let's get a legal ID. This is Roseburg Baseball here on The Score.